Hello, and welcome to today's edition of Le Cheap Pop Podcast, brought to you by First GenXers Broadcast Network. I am your host, the one and only Dark Lord 100, double KK double, and I am here as always with the one and only Rune Scryer, Dave, host of the Night Shift. How you doing, sir? And a big shout out to could be better. Yeah, it's a Sunday. No, shout out to Sasha Lee, 69. Thanks for tapping in. We're doing pretty good. We've got a lot to talk about. We took off last week due to me having some personal things going on, and but we are back and better than ever. I want to say that was the first actual week that the show has taken off
in a while.
In a long while, easily close to a year. But we're back. We're back to have some fun, and we're gonna open up.
Excuse my snot rag. It's currently the season of the Valley of Pollen Death Hay Fever, where I live. So,
yeah, I feel sorry for people with allergies. I was lucky enough to not have them, at least not have bad allergies. So.
Well, I have grass allergies, so and the Willamette Valley in Oregon is a major producer of sod grass.
Yeah. I apologize, sir. I apologize.
It is what it is, man. But like I said on my stream last night, I am now Claritin Clear, and I am stocked up.
That is not an ad. That is not a promo for Claritin.
Send your checks to but got all the antihistamine medication I could muster.
Good.
So
good.
I'm
hopefully
good.
It's helping you feel better.
Yeah.
All right. So as always, we open up the show with Hot Topics, not the store you used to always go to as a kid to buy the shirt that said something nasty on it that you knew you couldn't wear to school. This is our segment where we talk about some of the hottest topics in pop culture and today. So we're going to open up with what I know everybody wants us to talk about. I know y'all been wondering, like, for the longest time, like, what are y'all thinking about that Spider-Man Noir? And let me tell you, I haven't watched all of it yet, and we're gonna go full into it, so I'm not really worried about spoilers or anything like that. And I have enjoyed all of the first. I believe I've watched the first 4 episodes.
You watched first 5.
First 5, okay.
Yeah.
So it is one where it will be interesting to see where this story goes, and can't wait to hear about it. And I am happy to say that Nicolas Cage, you have again proven, yet again, you keep doing this with every role, proving that you will go down as one of the best actors that America has ever produced.
You are one of the greatest actors of your generation, sir.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Like you know, there are plenty out there, but Nicolas Cage is definitely
and the writing team has done such an incredible job of keeping it to the noir tropes. I mean, you're watching and you're wondering, okay, if he's Spider-Man, how come every fool's sneaking up on him, cold cocking him?
Yeah.
Like, because that's how noir works.
Mm-hmm.
The antagonist has to get cold cocked multiple times throughout the story, you know, to deepen things. Yeah, it's all about betrayals. It's all about, trying to maintain a positive attitude in an absolutely corrupt world.
And also, and it's not just in noir tropes, but this is in writing in general. If the little guy doesn't get knocked down, his comeback isn't as impressive.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? There's certain things that don't make sense like that. But if it doesn't happen, what we see come the end won't be as impactful.
Yeah,
and that's something to always remember when dealing with stories like these. Because Ben Reilly is definitely, despite being the Spider, supposed to be an underdog.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I mean, he's got to choose between two absolutely corrupt factions.
Yeah.
Silvermane's, Silvermane and Brendan Gleeson. Jesus, I mean,
his acting.
Vincent D'Onofrio level. Why are we rooting against this guy again? And then he does something really horrible. It's like, oh yeah, that's why. Okay, absolutely charming. I can't remember the guy that does the mayor, but he is absolutely perfect, corrupt noir politician.
Yeah.
In there, and I love it when Ben takes down Megawatt in Megawatt's first appearance. Megawatt's the bad guy that you love to hate because he's such a arrogant asshole. Arrogant, pompous asshole, quoting, play lines and everything because he wants to be an actor. And then, Ben takes him down, and the mayor is immediately going up like, yes, the Spider's back, and we've teamed up to take down Silverman. It's like,
no. And his homeboy there taking the pictures the whole time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Robbie, Robbie just steals the show.
Who is that actor? Because for a split second, I thought it was Courtney B. Vance, but I'm like, no,
it's not.
Courtney
I can't remember his name. Let me look it up while you give your impressions, because I know I'm going to dominate.
These boys, let me tell you, like, especially the reporter, like the black reporter, like he and the way
Janet,
he moves,
the assistant.
They are every actor. This is another one of those Marvel gifts that people don't seem to give enough appreciation to when they're bashing Marvel. Marvel has a tendency to almost perfectly cast just about every role, down to the side characters, not just your main characters, but also your side characters. Look at Krasinski.
Yeah.
The agent, the Shield agent.
No, that's Phil Coulson.
No, not Phil Coulson. I'm talking about the Asian dude.
Oh, Jimmy Wong?
Is that him? The guy? Is that the guy that plays the in Wanda? He's in WandaVision. He plays one of
Jimmy
the.
Woo.
Is that Jimmy Woo? I thought his
Yeah.
name. I thought his name was Kaczynski too.
No, it's not. Okay, so
Okay,
the guy
go
that
on.
plays
Go
Robbie is Lamorne Morris,
on.
and he has been known for he's done a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
He's been kind of a side actor in a lot of stuff. Um, but IMDb says that he's best known for New Girl. Um, he was in Fargo.
Randall Park is his name.
Randall Park, yeah,
Yes,
that's the
Randall
guy. The
Park.
character though is Jimmy Woo.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah,
The character is
yeah,
Jimmy
Randall
Woo.
Park, yeah.
Yeah. Randall Park is the actor.
Yeah,
That's who I was thinking of.
but he's
I thought.
been with he's been in Fargo, Bloodshot, Game Night.
Okay.
So yeah,
I've seen a few episodes of
he's been
Fargo. I
around the
probably
block.
recognize his name.
He's a black that guy.
He's Morgan Freeman was a black that guy until he became
Until
Morgan
he hits the
Freeman.
big time. Yeah, exactly. Lawrence
Let's
Fishburne,
see.
another black that guy.
Yeah. That guy was everywhere for the longest time.
All right, but back on track to Spider
back
Noir.
on track. It definitely. Well, say we were talking about the supporting cast and how every actress down to was it who is it that plays the singer? It's Jin Louis.
Lee
Jun
Lee.
Lee Jun Lee,
yeah.
She plays her part. Oh my
She
God,
is
is she
absolutely belting. She is a perfect mix of Felicia Hardy as a noir femme fatale, where she's conflicted and you understand the conflict.
And before we get too into it, let me just say this: whoever wrote that damn theme song, bravo. Mm-hmm. Like it is beautiful. It is classic. It has that feel. I feel like Postmodern Jukebox could have been a part of creating that because they create that sound very well.
Yeah.
But it was from the first time I heard it in episode 1, I was like, yeah, I like that.
Yep.
I definitely like that. So and it's one of the rare intros. Now, mind you, people, when I watch TV, especially when I watch TV on streaming, and I have the ability to, I skip through the intro most of the time. I skip through the intro because the intro songs are like, once you've heard them once, you've heard them. I might get nostalgic and listen to them every once in a while, but this one, every single episode, I sit through.
The music is fantastic, and like I was telling Saint last time when we were getting into it, my only problem is that it sometimes feels like it suffers from having modern production values. That it sounds like old-timey, made in a modern recording studio.
Right.
And if you want to know the difference, listen to the Spider-Man theme or Spider Noir theme, and then go on YouTube and look up One More Kiss from Blade Runner.
Okay.
And that's the difference. Now, granted, that song was done in the 80s, and we didn't have the whole high def that we got going on. But it still felt like this could have been something straight from the 30s or 40s.
And really, what's funny is it does have that crystal clear sound, but we have the technology that very much could have made it sound.
Oh yeah, putting in the defects and crackles and
like we very much have those sound effects. I'm pretty sure every major recording studio has those sound effects in log. But
no real complaints about anything on there. And Dark Lord and I were talking about Nicolas Cage's accent. Nicolas Cage does not have an accent problem.
Yes.
He and Dark Lord and I have a problem with Nicolas Cage doing accents. Yes. Okay. And the writers, the writing team is so fantastic. They wrote into the script exactly why Ben sounds like a knockoff of Bogart, a knockoff of James Cagney, a knockoff of A.G. Robinson, and flips back and forth.
Yeah.
It's because after he rescues the prisoners from the POW camp, and he gets bitten by man spider. That is the official name of that thing, though, is man spider.
He's man spider.
And gets the transfer in there. The arachnid personality was taking over, and he had to disappear and get himself back under control. So he relearned how to be human by watching all the films.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. And another thing about the pulp. I don't know if I talked about it last time or not, but the fact that he's rescuing POWs from the Battle of Muir Aragones, which one was the absolute final battle in World War I that basically lasted from September up to the armistice in November of constant fighting back and forth. It's also the main origin story for any pulp hero, any classic pulp hero that you can think of that had military service in World War I. They were a survivor of that battle. Every single one. It's a joke among pulp aficionados that there were more pulp heroes that survived the Battle of Aragones than there were actual real life survivors.
Dang. Because that's where everybody tied back to in their stories.
Yeah, it's like every World War II hero being a survivor of Battle of the Bulge or the Normandy landing.
Yeah.
Something
they're
huge.
Always putting that significant spot.
Right.
Where
exactly. Because it's something, it's common knowledge for the general public.
Yes.
Dying common knowledge, but still common knowledge.
Still common knowledge.
Yeah. But yeah, absolutely fantastic stuff. We find out what Dr. Faber was up to, what she was trying to accomplish.
Yeah.
In that it turns out that the old guy that's Faber's assistant / secretary, that's actually her son, who was one of the POWs and was experimented on, except he got rapid aging, as he puts it, at a dog's clip.
Yeah.
Dude is like 35 in real life in there. And so that's why she was working with all the veterans and seeking out the survivors of that camp to try and create an antidote for her son.
Yeah.
And episode 6, Nightmare on a Gurney, literally is Nightmare on a Gurney. They've got Ben strapped down. They've got his wristbands bound so he can't use his webs, much less he's already dehydrated.
Yeah.
They are doing surgical experimentation on him. First, just drawing blood, massive amounts of blood. Yeah. And then that's not working. So they cut him open to cut off pieces of his internal organs to try to find out why he is stabilized when everyone else is dying from their mutation.
Yep.
They figure out the antidote, and the assistant, he gets injected and reverts back to his true age. Everyone's happy, and then mom tells him, "Okay, you got to go dispose of the evidence." And the guys are like, "Wait, what? What?" It's like, "What? We can't have him wandering around. We can't keep him here permanently." The police, Robbie published his article about her. It's like, the police are going to be on us at any moment now. So we've got to flee. We can't have him telling them what he knows about us. So he's got to go kill him.
Oh,
And due to his credit, honor among soldiers,
yeah.
war debt, and everything like that, he actually sets Ben free. Yeah, Ben's escaping just as Silvermane arrives at the lab
Mm.
because he's read the newspaper. He knows Faber's cracked the code and what she's been doing. He wants to be able to create more superpowered henchmen.
Oh my
Ben
goodness.
sneaks, grabs the antidote, and then manages to escape. Um, Silvermane burns down the lab with Faber and the boy in it.
Oh my goodness. That's not
Destroys
cool.
everything because they go in and they see what the good doctor's been up to, and it's like just this entire storeroom of mangled bodies of former
Oh my
vets in glass jar storage, giant glass tube storage,
oh my goodness.
and that sets off Megavolt,
Yeah.
Tombstone, and Sandman.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh my
they
goodness.
get these
Yeah,
were
I
our
bet.
allies, these were our comrades, and he
Yeah.
butchered them.
Yep.
So yeah, so leads up to the main confrontation where Ben tries to use the antidote. He's got a certain number of syringes, and he's saving one for himself
Mhm.
because he doesn't want the responsibility anymore. He doesn't want the power anymore.
Yeah.
And it gets down to he starts off with Tombstone because there's a liquor raid going wrong, and we find out that Cat called the mayor to let him know where one of Silvermane's liquor warehouses was. So Ben stops Silvermane from walking into the trap unintentionally. He's
Okay.
just trying to get to the super guys,
Uh,
and so Silvermane's not going to the trap, and it turns out into a slaughter for the police.
oh my
And
God.
so Ben faces off against Tombstone.
Uh,
And by the way, Tombstone, his mutation, lobster DNA.
oh
So
my
that's how they
goodness.
explain the hard shell
The hard
that he
shell.
has, and how he looks, where you can see like the shell spikes on his face and arms and other stuff like that. So Ben, of course, tries stabbing, needle bends. He's like, fuck.
Yeah.
And Tombstone's got hands on him and starts tossing, ragdolling him around into Model Ts and everything. Um, Robbie's there to cover the raid that he hears about. And he comes in, he's seeing the fight. He picks up the syringes that Ben has filled with the antidote,
Uh,
jumps onto Tombstone's back, stabs Tombstone in the eye with the syringe to get
uh,
the antidote into him.
mm. You see
And
that coming?
yeah, Lonnie starts turning back, and Ben and Robbie just tell Lonnie, get out of here,
Yeah.
get out. And they actually help Lonnie escape and get out of New York to start over.
Oh man.
Okay. Then we've
Right.
got Megawatt and Sandman. And they decide to team up. They double team Peter or Ben. And things are not going good
Oh my goodness.
until Cat shows up. And Flint knows what Cat did. Flint knows that Cat betrayed Silvermane for Flint's sake.
Yeah.
For all, and everything that she's done has been for her love for Flint.
Right.
And so Sandman starts turning on Megavolt, and pow, pow, pow. Megavolt, well, what happens when you electrify sand at really high voltage?
It burns, doesn't it?
Glass.
Oh yeah. Huh.
So he shatters Sandman's arm,
Yeah.
and you literally see Flint turning to sand and collapsing.
Oh my goodness.
But Ben steps up, jabs Megavolt, turns him back. Um, Everything goes back to the status quo. Silverman gets uh, Silverman gets straight up killed by Cat. She plugs him.
Wow.
As he's
Okay,
trying.
so here's what I have to ask.
Yeah,
They don't they don't ever like tell you who's the second person that he shot.
that who shot?
That Superman shot when they were in the woods.
Oh no, they do. They do that. It was
Or at least they
Winston's
haven't showed it
second
yet.
guy, Geo. The other heavy that was along with Winston, and the one that took
Oh, okay. The other big
Winston's
guy.
money and shoved it to Ben.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was the second guy. So yeah, Cat
Okay.
Cat just plugs him because she's tired of being this orchestrated, kept woman with no free will. And the conclusion is that we see Cat and Flint together leaving New York. Flint's got
Oh.
both hands. He pulled himself together. So
Oh.
happy ending there. Ben is Mayor gets reelected in a landslide, which is okay, same shit, different day, whatever.
Yeah.
Um, and
No prohibition. Prohibition. No.
yeah, and um, is now the offices of Riley and Ruiz.
Oh, so
Janet
Janet.
gets made a partner
Nice.
for all she did. So hang on, I gotta take a
All right.
quick phone
Well, while
call.
he does that, we're gonna go on ahead and move forward from Noir and jump to the Legend of Vox Machina. It has dropped season 4, episodes 1 through 3. Uh, and let me tell you, so far, the only issue I have with it, and it's a slight issue, and I hate to spoiler for anybody out there who has not seen it but wants to see it. Uh, they did not bring back, at least for the first three episodes so far. They have not brought back Scanlan. So that sucks because he was one of my favorite characters. Always made me laugh. Always made me smile. But he so far he's not in there. It's gonna be a total of 8 to 10 episodes. I think, or no, 12 episodes. It's gonna be a total of 12 episodes. So, um, yeah, it's gonna be episode 4 is this week. Episode 5 and 6 are also airing this week, and then on the 7th, so by the end of June, you'll have all 12 episodes, like basically 3 a week. Um, but the first episode 1 year later kind of gives us where the group is in regards to where what's everybody been doing since the end of the last whatchamacallit, they were dealing with the Enclave, I believe, and kind of catches you up there. And then Trial by Water, which is episode 2, has a little bit to do with Keyleth and her transformation into the voice of the Tempest. As she begins to learn how to control her skills, it's kind of weird. She's kind of like an Avatar-like character to me because she can now control like trees and plants, and she can control earth, and she can control fire, and now she can control water, and she becomes the Avatar. Anyway, no, but her trial is pretty interesting because you see a Cthulhu-like creature that shows up there that's trying to make it into the into their universe, and she has to fight them off. And at the same time, you by episode 3, the coronation, the voice of the Tempest, with Keyleth. Hey, what's up, my brother? Hold on, let me introduce y'all to the man that may be LFW, but he always shows up for work. That is.
Give me just a second here.
Oh, all right.
Trying
Well, okay, he's got to fix something, so we'll give him just a second. But let's remove Dave from the stage there. Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, so you had the coronation, which introduced us to uh, a group that say an ancient evil known as only as the Whispered One, and a group of ninjas, basically. You ready or no?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay. I'm talking Legend of Vox Machina, the first 3 episodes of season 4, which were dropped on Amazon Prime. And yeah, this is going to be as bloody as any other Legend of Vox Machina the season. They have killed off so many people. None of the actual legends have gone away, but at least none of the original crew of Vox Machina has gone away. But they killed off so many side characters that it's not
what
even
season?
funny.
So what
Season
season
4.
is this?
This is
Okay.
season 4. We're the first 3 episodes of season 4.
Okay.
But yeah, so I will say this: Grok is back, and it is funny to me to see what they have become, because I wasn't introduced to Vox Machina via the Critical Role podcast like a lot of people were. I was introduced to them via this animated show, and it's still the same people doing the voices, but it's just, this show is so good. I fiend for the next episodes or the next season when the season stops, and it's almost like a year and a half, almost 2 years in between seasons.
Right.
But how much of Legend have you seen?
I have seen maybe 3 or 4 episodes. I think maybe 5 at the most, because there's a lot of TV that I watch, but to me it's funny as hell though.
Yeah.
When it definitely has the comedy, the comedy chops and so forth. Yeah. And I could definitely dig it.
Well, I love Legend of Vox Machina, and I love Critical Role in general, because Critical Role shows you what can happen when some of the best voice actors in Hollywood get together and decide to play some D&D.
Right.
What's up,
Hey.
Scribe? He's back.
Yeah.
All right. So one last thing to talk about, gentlemen, before we jump out of hot topics.
Let me put one thing on Vox Machina Critical Role.
What's that?
It's great. It's brought Dungeons and Dragons and role playing to the greater public attention. As someone who lived through the satanic panic of the 80s, I love the fact that it's been demystified for the general public.
Right.
But at the same time, it has also established an unreasonable expectation of what role playing is.
Right.
People think that that the average session of D&D is going to be like an episode of Critical Role in terms of content, in terms of how the game is run. It's called the Matt Mercer effect.
Yeah.
Right.
And
I can see
so it gives you a little bit of intimidation.
Shows like Big Bang Theory didn't exactly help that either, in the way that they presented.
The way that they presented it, yeah. But again, it's great, but it's a double-edged sword for the hobby, is what I'm saying. So, all right, that's it.
All right, but what I'll say. All right, so last but not least, gentlemen, we'll just give our quick thoughts before we move on to Pop Culture Corner, and that is Sir Ildridis Elba has now entered the chat. Idris Elba was knighted by King Charles for his youth empowering philanthropy.
Sir Driss.
This last week. Sir Ildridis, is how we shall refer to
No,
him
no,
from
no.
here on out.
No, Sir Driss.
Sir Driss.
Sir Driss. Yeah.
He's a rapper. He's a DJ. He is
Okay.
now a knight.
He's an
Now,
actor.
Here's the thing. As I understand the whole British peerage concept, is that he is of a specific order that anyone can do. He can still also be knighted a second time for his contribution to the arts.
Wow.
In the same way that, like, Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen, the great actors of England have been knighted for their contribution to the arts. Okay.
Right.
This is just recognizing his philanthropic work.
So Idris will be double knighted.
Yeah. It's like he has, I think.
Yeah, wait a minute, because I
order
thought he
of
was
the-
already knighted.
Maybe.
Would he be
I don't
triple
know.
knighted?
Yeah. But it's there's like Order of the Garter and Order of the Bachelor.
Yeah.
So I think Order of the Garter is what he got awarded with. Order of the Bachelor is the one for the arts. Again, as I understand it, I could be wrong.
Okay.
He's a
Okay.
triple BG,
You know?
a triple British knight. You feel me?
Oh man. All right.
Just like the shoes.
I remember British Knights, man. Like I really do remember British Knights. Like I don't think I ever owned a pair, but I
I
definitely
did.
remember British Knights
I
being a
owned a
thing.
pair, man. I used to love them. I used to love them shoes, man. British
All right.
Knights and K Swiss.
Okay. Yes, K Swiss. Definitely.
I'm rocking my pair of starters.
I don't remember the name of the brand, but I remember we had this store called, I think it was Value Max in our neighborhood, and it was like a grocery store. But my mom used to always Pro Wing, I think was the name.
Oh,
of the shoe.
no.
And my mom used to always buy me my shoes from there. That's where we go get my shoes until mom got the better job. That's where we went and got the shoes before we started going to Mervin's.
Parents
JC
just don't
Penn.
understand.
No. Pro Wings. Now, I will say that during the 80s, during that time, during like 1984 to 87, and I will tell you this: Pro Wings were the shame. If you were caught, I'll put it to you this way: growing up in Oakland, I will tell you this: there was no way in hell you get caught wearing some Pro Wings, they're all gonna laugh at you like Carrie. You better get some motherfucking Adidas or some Nikes, because Jordans weren't quite popping at that time yet.
Yeah.
So yeah. British Knights and Troop. Yeah. Had to get you. Oh, and Fila.
Who? What was the name of the alligator shirts?
Y'all got Izod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah,
polos.
of course,
alligators on it, and the polos. Yeah.
Of course, I know the preppy stuff.
All right, y'all. So we're gonna take that.
Yeah.
We're gonna jump in the car and drive over to. All right, so we're gonna start out Pop Culture Corner on a little bit of a low note, but better to start low and build high than the other way around. For those of you who don't remember him, he was in much more than that. He was very acclaimed actor, but a lot of people know him as Giles from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, more recently from Ted Lasso. But actor Anthony Head has passed away at the age of 72. I didn't realize he was that old.
Yeah.
It's gonna be funny. Even though Buffy went off the air like what 2002, 2003, somewhere around there.
Something around
It still feels like it was like day before yesterday that Buffy
Yeah.
when I'm watching like Angel or anything like that, like it really feels like it was just like right around the
Yeah.
corner.
You feel that, and you feel that because it kind of looks like a long time ago, but it's not. But
Yeah,
it really is.
but
You know,
it is exactly.
especially and it depends on like because 30 years ago to me, and especially like even the shows from the 90s or stuff like that, like during that time, like Buffy was coming on like maybe 2002, or was that like 98 or something like
It
that?
was like
I felt
98, 99.
Yeah,
I want
like
to say
during
Buffy
that era.
started somewhere like around 97, 96,
Yeah.
97, and it ran till like
Okay,
2003,
yeah,
2004.
that's 30 years, man.
Yeah.
When it shit started, so it's like, damn,
Yep.
did we really like? Damn, did that really happen?
Before I let you go, Dave, I'll say
Yeah.
it like this. It's like that meme always says that cracks me up is that my brain is so wired that when people say 30 years ago, I'm still thinking the 70s
Yeah.
and not the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like 30 years ago, that was 1970. No, Kevin. No, Kevin. You've been out of high school almost over 30 years already. Like 30 years ago was your high school reunion. or when you walked across stage. It's just an interesting way to look at it. But I hope he rest in peace. You know, we can always, if we ever miss him, we can always watch an old episode of
Yep.
Buffy, or hell, even Angel. He showed up there. He became a regular character on Angel.
Yeah,
Um, for like the last 3 or 4 seasons that it was on. And ended up playing a critical role in the end of it all. Um, where I fell in that show is where I fell in love with the actress Amy Acker
Yep.
and her
Yep.
portrayal of Fred.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, on more down of a
I
note,
would. Well, let me get one more thing. If you have not seen it, I
mm,
highly recommend uh, Repo the Genetic Opera.
okay,
He was in it. He was playing the Repo Man, and you not only get to see some fantastic acting from him, but some absolutely stellar singing from him
nice,
in there. Plus, Paris Hilton getting her face melted off.
yay!
Always a good
I'm
time.
all for it. I'm all for it. Anything involving Paris Hilton getting what she not. You know
Yeah.
what's funny is like early, I think, and this has been a problem of mine with a lot of popular people. It was even a problem of mine with Britney Spears later in her career. Sometimes I have an issue with oversaturation. When I start
Mhm.
seeing people everywhere, it's like, all right, I didn't have about enough.
right.
And that was a person that I kind of felt like I was like, yeah, I didn't have enough. But now, not so much. Now, kind of miss them. It's
Yeah.
okay. It's just like with music. I'm the
Really?
same way with music. Like I'm the same way with music. Like if I have to hear a song on every station every day, I'm gonna get sick and tired of the song. But let it go away for like 6 months or a year where I don't hear that song at all. Then all of a sudden I hear it and I'm like, hey, that's my groove, yeah.
So,
I haven't been oversaturated with the song
yeah.
repeatedly all
So,
over the place. And then I listen to the same 50 songs on my Spotify playlist every day when I go to work anyway.
so just a quick
To show
side
you how much more
on
difficult I
getting
can get.
just a quick
Uh,
side on getting old. There was a text from superheroes that popped up on my feed today, where it's Spider-Man and Falcon, and Spidey's all like, "I love Cap, but he's hard to communicate with sometimes. He uses old-timey expressions I don't get." Falcon's all like, "I know. The other day he said that Thanos is all wet and gonna get a knuckle sandwich. Lol." And Spidey's all like, "Bet. No Cap, pun intended. He doesn't understand me either. I told him high key Green Goblin is wrecking Midtown and he just stood there. Zero aura points. Like, put the cards in the bag, Unc. Let's go." Falcons are like,
Mm-mm.
"Fuck, this was a rough way to find out I'm old too."
yeah, because I understood about every third word in that. No, I
I
understood it
know.
all, but yeah, like yeah, And I ain't gonna lie, Dave, that whole thing was made even better coming out of your mouth, sir.
Thank you.
It was made that much better.
Knock on wood here. Yeah.
Oh man. All right, so mic falling. Now this is the definition of technical difficulties. There we go. Can't
All
get this thing to stay clipped on my glasses. All right. So now we move on, Dave. If you want to bring up your pictures, sir.
Right.
In the share.
I will introduce. In other geeky circles, John Blanche, who is one of the foremost founding conceptual artists for Warhammer 40,000, passed away.
Yeah, I read the article.
Yeah.
About that.
So just to give you an idea, my background today, that is John Blanche's illustration of the Emperor of Mankind. And hang on a sec, I'm going to do some screen sharing if I can still do it. Okay, share screen, window. Okay, and some of the other pieces that he's done. You got that? Can everyone see that or?
No, sir.
No? Okay, that's weird. All right, I'll just put up his some of his works in the Facebook page for folks to check out. So, oh, wait a minute. There we go. I'm past the age of this technology being innate to me. So,
no, we're
screen sharing and all that. So,
listen, we followed on this technology, man. Keep up.
Yeah.
You can keep up.
So, but to give you a better idea, this is like Ralph McQuarrie to Star Wars. This is the guy whose artwork defined the grim darkness of the far future of Warhammer 40K. And you know, if you're just getting into 40K lore, like a lot of us folks are, you know, you're going to research and you're going to find him. Even to this day, his work is still new. Parts of his work are put into the new editions, new codexes, new everything for that universe.
Right.
You know, it's just iconic part of the geek sphere, sadly.
Oh, yeah.
So, rest in peace.
Sorry, I missed out on that, but yeah, definitely rest in peace. I want to say. All right, and then last but not least, good news, kind of trending back upwards here.
Yeah.
But on a sad note, heartbreaking victory. Star Trek Lieutenant Uhura's family wins $13 million in a verdict against the hospital where she passed away. Correct?
Yes,
I do believe
Fill
that.
us in a little bit on that, sir.
Okay, so we all know Nichelle Nichols, who passed away several years ago, did not have a very peaceful end, and her family sued the hospital that she had been in for the remaining, I believe, few months of her life, saying that they did not provide proper care for her. And the jury agreed and awarded the family $13 million in damages.
Nice.
Well, shit happens, man, when it comes to these healthcare systems, man. You know, you gotta be careful.
Yeah.
Definitely gotta be careful.
You are, yeah.
I've heard. It'd be some major fuckery going on with that.
I can say for me, my experiences as a whole, as far as how hospitals have handled situations, has been positive. But I have heard many horror stories about what things that have happened to friends of mine's parents, aunties, uncles, sisters, brothers. brothers, etc. So yes, we definitely have a problem and it needs to be fixed. But yeah.
I mean, my father passed away in 2008 from it was listed as complications from lymphoma, but in reality, he died at Cedars-Sinai, one of the premier hospitals on the West Coast, because of an infection in an improperly installed IV port. That's what led to the infection. So unfortunately, he was down there taking part of an experimental cancer drug test, and the NDA or the boilerplate stuff prevented us from going after the hospital or the manufacturers of the drug or anything like that. Not that we wanted to go after them for money, just, this was your screw up. We could have had a few more months, if not years, with our father.
If not for you.
Yeah.
I can understand that. Well, say, all right. So after all that, we're gonna spin it back around to something positive.
Yep.
And fun. And that is, for those of you who remember, for those of you out there who are watching who are actually old enough to remember, there was this robot in this movie that just swept over the US and pop culture
in the mid-80s.
In the mid-80s. And his name was Johnny Pop.
No disassemble.
No disassemble. It was something that for years people quoted that movie. Johnny
El DeBarge had a #1 song with Who's Johnny for that.
Johnny, and the second movie from this series actually gave me one of my favorite quotes of all time when he said, "Los Lobos kick your ass, Los Lobos kick your face, Los Lobos kick your balls into outer space." And he started spinning around. It was great.
We're not going to talk about Parker Stevenson and Tan Face, though.
Yeah, no. But in general, Short Circuit was a movie.
Things are like what?
Short Circuit was a movie that I highly enjoyed every single time I've watched it.
It was goofy and fantastic,
all at the same time.
Yeah.
And I forgot who played the main character in it.
Steve Gutenberg was the inventor, and Ali Sheedy was the librarian.
Yeah, the girl that ended up taking him home, took Johnny home, and it was, like I said, I know what the movie meant to me. Evidently, Astoria is celebrating.
It was basically the Iron Giant before the Iron Giant. It was
much
all about a robot designed for war, deciding that gaining awareness and decided it didn't want to be for war anymore.
Yep. And say, I believe, wasn't it shot in Astoria? Is that why they're celebrating 40 years of Short Circuit?
Yes. Following the other 40th anniversary that they just did in Astoria for the Goonies.
That's insane that the Goonies and Short Circuit.
The Goonies came out. Yeah, the Goonies. That's right. Goonies came out last year.
Yeah.
No, was that? Yeah, that was 80. That was 86. No, was that 85?
85, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Astoria, two iconic 80s Gen Z childhood film memories.
Gen X.
Or lovely little seaside town in Oregon. Yeah.
But yeah, like, and that's going to be awesome. Like, I guess evidently they have a gold Johnny 5 that you can win.
Yeah.
In some kind of raffle. I would love to have that sitting in my living room.
Yeah.
Like I tell you, man, like I said, if you have not seen the movie, I'm pretty sure you can find it on Amazon or something like that. Go find it. It's worth a watch. It still holds up today. It's still funny and hilarious and cute. And
Absolutely.
and
Speaking of
so
stuff, speaking of stuff that I'd like to have that's going to be overpriced, I noticed it was on the running sheet. Just quick 30 seconds. Um, Bandai just announced that they are releasing a 1/250th scale transformable SDF1 slash Macross.
yeah,
Oh,
It basically,
oh,
when you transform it into attack mode, it's
yeah,
just under 3 feet high.
oh.
right.
That's how big this
That
thing
sounds
is.
like a nice. That sounds like. I mean, can you put it? Are you putting it together or?
Yes, you put
Oh
it.
yeah.
I don't know if
Oh
I don't know
yeah.
if you put it together or if it comes shipped, but you can transform it from ship mode, fortress mode, to attack mode
Yeah, I'd
and
keep it
back.
in. I'd have to keep that something like that
Yeah.
in fortress mode.
Now it's actually less expensive than last year's Transformers Metroplex that came in about the same size for about
Yeah,
$3,000.
Metroplex. Yeah,
Yeah. This
Metroplex
is
is.
SDF3 is under a grand. It's going for about 800K. They're saying, or 800 bucks.
Yeah.
They're saying
Okay.
is going to be the U.S. equivalent to the yen price. So,
Okay.
and it lights up, and you can open up one of the legs to see Macross City inside.
Okay.
Nice.
Real quick, gentlemen. Real
Yeah.
quick. Okay, so over the course of the weekend, ladies and gentlemen, I got the opportunity to see Masters of the Universe, and today I had the opportunity to see Scary Movie. And I will
Okay, hold on,
say,
fellas. Hold on, fellas. We're getting off track here, and we
Yeah.
haven't even
I
gotten
know. I just
all the
want
way
to.
through
We got
the running
so
sheet.
much
You
to
guys will
work
get your
through.
opportunities. We'll get our opportunities to get that in. Let
Okay.
us get through.
Someone
Let us
missed
get through
had to
some
miss last week.
huh.
Yeah. Well,
All right.
hey man, life be life, and bro.
I
Yeah,
know.
dude.
I
Yeah,
I'm
know.
dude.
telling you.
And ain't no way in the world I'm missing my little girl's graduation.
I don't blame you,
Yeah.
bro.
Hey, listen. Yeah. Congratulations, sir. Again, like
Yeah.
that's an
Total
accomplishment.
congratulations.
now
100%.
now you can start getting your now you could get that little job, and then sometimes your paycheck will diminish. Trust and believe you me, it's a good beautiful
Okay.
thing.
Oh yeah. All right. So back on track. Where all right. So the next subject that we had up was that unfortunately we covered a few weeks back that Stargate was getting a brand new TV series that kind of picked up where the original series left off,
Where SG1 left off.
and
Yeah.
it was going to be coming out on Amazon. Unfortunately, new news out now is that has been grinded to a halt for now. Doesn't mean it's not coming. You never say never with Hollywood, but gentlemen, your thoughts on the potential loss of another great star?
Well, I will say this. That's just, and I'm not, sometimes you can't hold your breath when it comes to movie productions or anything or sequels for that matter, because you think about it. I'm just really finding out anything about another Stargate,
Yeah. This was
production.
this was announced and killed really quick.
Really quick.
That's to me, that's just about as bad as the Buffy reunion that was supposed to
At
happen.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
you
And
know,
least we got the
our
Fresh
friend
Prince of Bel
Joe,
Air
Mr.
reunion.
Hemphill, is going to be absolutely crushed by this.
Oh yeah.
yeah, so
Oh yeah.
we'll end up getting it together.
Yeah.
All right. And then let's see. The next subject up is I'm going to share my screen here. Hopefully it works for me. There we go. Ta-da! We have Lex Luthor's new
Yep.
war suit in Man of Tomorrow.
Yep.
The new
Which they're
Superman.
currently filming,
Yeah.
and we're getting some sneak peeks at the filming. Uh, I actually really like this design, bubblehead included,
Mm.
because it's a smart way to have armor that bypasses the Iron Man problem, which is, it's great. Iron Man, love it, love it, love it. But
Yeah.
you really, unless you go inside the mask, you don't really get a lot of emotive features from outside
Right.
on that mask. Okay. This, you don't have to do those close-ups inside anymore, and you can see Nicholas Hoult doing the emotive acting.
Right.
Also, there's another clip making the rounds. Yeah, Clark's putting hands on Luther.
Nice.
There's a clip that I shared with these gentlemen showing David Cornsweet in his Superman suit kneeling on top of Nicholas Hoult in the war suit.
Hey,
for like 30 seconds.
nobody likes to beat somebody's ass. Well, some people do. That's why there's things.
But there are people who deserve it.
but when you see somebody who deserves it, it makes you feel good. It gives you the warm and fuzzies inside. When you watch somebody like Lex Luthor get it from Superman, that gives you the warm and fuzzies.
Yep.
Because especially when he's been just out of. Oh yeah. Only beat down that doesn't give me the warm and fuzzies is Jason Todd. But anyway,
yeah.
That's the only one that does it.
Yeah.
Joker was just wrong for that. Anyway.
Red Hood now deserves every bit of grief he gets, though.
And in the category of why do they keep giving this man franchises to destroy, Zack Snyder is said to be directing a new remake of Kurt Russell's sci-fi classic Escape from New York. Saint evidently has some thoughts on this, so go for it, brother.
Listen, Escape from New York is one of the finest pieces of cinema ever made.
Cinematic.
You had Adrian Barbeau, you had Ernest Borgnine, you had the late great Isaac Hayes,
you had Lee Van Cleef.
Okay, listen.
All brought together by Mr. Kurt Russell
and Donald Pleasance as the president. Listen, y'all.
Yeah.
We can't be messing with movies like that, man. That's that's a law. Now I understand.
I understand. Making a Princess Bride, I will shoot you.
That will never happen. Listen, John Carpenter is involved. He is involved in this particular production. So we will see how it happens, because we don't know if it's going to be a reboot or if it's going to be something else entirely different. We would like Kurt Russell to be involved with it. I mean, shit, he's still doing action shit. We just got finished doing Monarch, Legacy of Monsters. So, he's all about kick-ass. Hell, I'd like to see another Tango and Cash, to be honest. But
that would be fantastic.
Yeah, but
just don't turn the SUV into a Cybertruck.
Yeah, but I mean, seriously, no.
All right, fellas, and we have officially gotten to the last subject before Saints movie review.
Really quick, let me just do quick. Stop remaking, rebooting great, successful, financially and critically great movies just to make a quick buck. There are tons of movies with good pitches that did not have the production budget to become excellent films. Hell, Full Moon Films, Charles Band, his entire catalog is great ideas that were underfunded but could be phenomenal with an actual big budget.
Yeah. And
Puppet Master series,
Oh yeah, that would have been great. Well, I think that would be too scary with today's CGI
Yeah,
and all that. Puppet Master was scary enough with just the practical effects.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's just
But
one out of like a dozen French Trancers.
yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing an updated version of Hackers.
Hollywood can't do hacking.
Nah.
I think you get a different crew of people. Like you could probably bring you. The only person you
Tried
probably
that
bring back
though.
from the
There is
original
actually a
movie
sequel to Hackers.
is there?
Yeah.
Well, I just like to see an updated version of it. You bring in Matthew Lillard is the only remaining person from the original
Oh,
and from the originals, and then you work with a brand new crew.
I
I
told
think
you about
you would leverage style. What's
I
up?
told you about Matthew Lillard a couple years ago at Gen Con
Mm,
being in the streamed live play of the new edition of the Cyberpunk role playing game.
yeah,
He
and
literally was playing his character from Hackers.
nice,
There was a net runner named Serial Killer even.
nice, nice.
Yeah.
Gotta love Matthew Lillard. All right, so last subject, real quick before I let Saint do his movie review. We have Daniel Craig's Narnia.
Yeah.
Officially rewrites the rules of Netflix. Okay, I'm not understanding what they're talking
Okay.
about.
Again, it's another movie web clickbait. All that it is really is that Netflix is doing the Chronicles of Narnia in chronological book order rather than publication order, because
Okay.
there's been multiple attempts at the Chronicles of Narnia. The Disney ones were just the most recent. You always get,
Yeah.
okay, Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Okay, Prince Caspian. Okay, Voices of Dawn Treader. Maybe The Silver Chair. And
Okay.
that's just 4 out of the 7 books. So what they are doing is they are starting with the first chronological book, which is book 6, The Magician's Nephew, which
Okay.
is basically Daniel Craig will be playing the
Aslan.
magician. No, he's playing the magician. The magician's nephew turns out to become Professor Kirk in The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, the old guy that's hosting the kids in his home where they find the wardrobe. And so this is all going to be about his uncle, played by Daniel Craig, who discovers how to go to these pathways that lead to different worlds.
Mhm.
And the whole establishment, how Narnia was actually formed, and how the wardrobe
Let's
was
take it for a
created.
second. All right.
So we're
Yeah.
actually getting the story that we pretty much never see in the Narnia
Okay.
live action projects.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you decided to tackle it from an angle that nobody ever had. And
Right. It's never
that's
been.
what we need in today's
Right.
society, not rehashing of other ways that
Yeah.
ways that people have already done
Right.
it.
There's 3 books. The Horse and His Boy, The Magician's Nephew, and The Last Battle. They have never been filmed for television or movies or anything. I don't even think they've been done in the animated versions.
Yeah. Can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So we're gonna move from there into our first and only promo break. Next up after this will be Smackdown Alley, where we're going to talk a little Clash in Italy.
Oh, wait a minute.
Results there. What's up?
We got Saints movie review.
Oh, sorry. Yes. Sorry. When you dropped up, I completely forgot. All right. So here we go.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So, real quick, we'll talk a little bit more in depth about Masters of the Universe. I'll make sure I capture that. But listen, today I have to talk about Scary Movie, or what they would call Scary Movie 6. And I will say this, ladies and gentlemen, this movie is not for Gen Z or for Gen Alpha. This is definitely fan service for those Gen Xers and for those early millennials, the ones that get the message. Let me tell you something. It started off, it started off just with the bullshit, just with the shenanigans of what they do. And they made fun of Gen Z. Marlon Wayans, he did his job. They even made fun, and I can't drop it, but they even made fun of one of the other franchises in the movie. And believe you me, you guys cannot miss it. When I tell you that Scary Movie is a fun movie for those that get it, that understand what being a Gen Xer and an earlier millennial, which we call Millennials or Exennials. Trust and believe you me, you can completely understand the assignment. And that is all, ladies and gentlemen. When I tell you the movie is really, really great, and I really want to go
What
see it
about
again.
He-Man?
Oh, well, okay. I will tell you about this. Masters of the Universe was really great. This was a great movie that had fan service. And I mean, they gave you every single character that popped up with the toys, that popped up with the only one that was the not there was the faker. And we know that's the fake He-Man, the blue one with the orange hair, but everything was just directly like fan service for real. And I mean I loved it, every bit of it. If you understand what Masters of the Universe really means, and including the cameo with Dolph Lundgren, like I guarantee you, you're gonna want to see it.
Okay.
And
Did
for
you get
you,
through? Did you get through all three post-credit scenes?
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But the only
Yeah.
reason the only reason I took more in depth about Scary Movie,
Yeah.
because when I tell you, you're gonna want to see this because it was all funny. There were no, there were jokes about Gen Z, but
Yeah.
it was about what Gen Xers think of, they
Mhm.
touched everything.
So, is it a good jumping on point for people who have not watched any of the franchise?
You might want to go. You might want to go. I'll put it to you this way: watch the
Well,
entire series. Watch the
well,
entire series, because there are going to be reference points being
yeah.
made for the other movies. Trust and believe you me. If you get the idea, everything is going to be covered about the entire series, including 3, 4, and 5. I'm telling you, because that's when the Wayans brothers stepped
Yeah,
out.
stop messing
So
with. Yeah, when they
yeah,
stop
it
messing
was
with.
only the first two scary movies, and then 3, 4, and 5. That was it. So there are points that are going to be made with that. So yeah, I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it's good shit. It's good
All
shit.
right,
All
all
right,
right. Well,
ready for that?
all right. So we're gonna go into our promo break there. But if you didn't catch it, Scary Movie 6, He-Man, Master of the Universe, check them out. 2 thumbs up. And we will be back to talk a little Clash in Italy and a little bit of the aftermath as well from Raw and SmackDown. I'll be honest with you, gentlemen, for the first time in a long time, I actually didn't get to catch SmackDown this week. So, but
Yeah, I didn't
I
catch
can
it.
read.
Man,
I can read through but we can read through the recap and see what they have to say. But you are watching the Cheap Pop Podcast right here on First Gen Xers Presents
yes,
Radio or
sir.
Broadcast Network, and we will catch you guys after the
In a
break.
minute.
Peace.
Later, y'all.
We back at it. Yep, we still doing it. Poetic beat. First GenXers. Gia. Let's get it, y'all. Come on. We back in the building. It's been a long time cooking in the soup kitchen. And I'm chilling with the same. Dropping these beats, won't stop, nope, I can't. Let me get up in the lab, turn it up. Game on with the first GenXers. What's up? Let's flip on the switch or the Xbox and get up in my zone, I'm clowning. Let me clear my throat for a minute. Shout out to my folks while I'm in it. It ain't nothing but love, it's babe business. I really don't know what's so who ain't feeling this. And this is only the beginning. Now versus then, this is something for the chillin'. Poetic got the joints like McDonald's. I'm loving it. It's the first Gen. We're now rocking with Poetic Beats. This is the first GenXers production. It's the first. Get your PlayStations out. Get your Xbox out. Get your Switch out. Let's get it in, y'all. Holla back.
Got to keep it. You got to keep it lovely. You got to keep it. You got to keep it lovely. Success comes right after the struggle. I ain't even giving up on whatever I wanted. The tragedies I've seen, I can't even stomach. Most of y'all weak as shit and would've started running. Every time I make it back to the crib, I'm thankful the Most High let me see all of it. Grateful I'm lovely, and I'm being real with this. Please don't judge me. I'ma stay on my shit. I'ma keep a grind mode.
Adams family like dynamic between Pugsley and Wednesday. Like, very true.
Yeah.
Well, I always temper this because I think
I did not like the receiving caution tagline.
I've also seen what Chase Center looks like when the Valkyries are fucking playing, so fuck all of you. Because Chase Center is packed no matter what's going on.
all right. And we are back.
Yep.
We are back, Jack, and we are black. I want to say. And Dave will be with us momentarily.
Okay.
Oh, here he comes. But yeah, so on this end of the show, as you guys know, right after the promo break. Oh, one thing I wanted to update from the promo break. It said SmackDown Thursdays and Halo on Retro Saturdays, and that is not the case anymore. I have to update that commercial. It is MLB Thursdays with MLB The Show 25 and Retro Saturdays with Final Fantasy 3. which you really got to jump on that because we was having some fun last night. I ran a little bit long, almost in the day's time because we was just having too much fun. Well, say,
Man, you
and I got
ran one hour?
started. Ran an hour 20. I ran like an hour and a half or so.
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
mean to run until 11:30. I meant to run just 10 to 11 because I got started late because my TV's just my TV's dying. My TV's like my mother bought it in 2010, so the TV's almost 20 years old. And so when I turn it on, sometimes it's black and white, and I have to turn it off and on and off and on and off and on until in order to get the color to come back. And
Update.
so, no, it ain't. Yeah, well, when I can afford it, I will. Anyway, so we'll get to what we're going to be doing now, which is that's right. There we go. Wrestling talk from K Double, the Saint, and Rune Scryer right here on Cheap Pop Podcast. So there's so much to cover that we're just going to kind of stick to this for time constraints sake. We're going to hit on some other things outside of this, like the mask versus mask and a small touch on Raw and SmackDown. But really our focus will be the most recent PLE that took place, which was Clash in Italy. That took place last week. It was and Clash in Italy happened to be one of those rare WWE PLEs that took place on a Sunday. Most of them have been taking place on Saturday.
There hasn't been a Sunday. Yeah, it really hasn't been a Sunday PLE since like WrestleMania, like shit
outside
in 2020. What?
Whenever they went to the 2 nights, after they started going to the 2 nights. And so we got one on a Sunday, and it was nice. It was fun. And it opened up on the first hour with Cody Rhodes defending and retaining his WWE Championship against Gunther, the career killer. And in what was a pretty epic match, I would say they gave us professional wrestling for about 20 minutes or so. Unfortunately, the internet, the IWC, only gives it a C+. But gentlemen, either of you guys get to check out that match. I gave it a solid B+. Thought it was on the verge of being an A, and I thought the ending fit. I think they found a way. I think they found a way to keep Cody looking strong and keep Gunther looking strong at the same time. So gentlemen, your thoughts on Cody Rhodes retaining his championship versus Gunther?
I'll say this. I will say this. Cody is always gonna, always be like at the edge of defeat, but he always manages to find a way to dig deep into his arsenal and keep coming back with it. Now, we know Gunther was going to be just dumping on him. And I mean, Gunther is always going to, winning against Gunther is like, it's slim to like damn near none. Okay. And we all know what happened in the end, what could have happened in the end, but it was still a solid match. It was still challenging. There were quite a few, 1-2s, but hey, it is what it is. I enjoyed it, but
I would like to see them let Gunther open up his arsenal of moves more, because the dude who is Gunther Walter, he's really, they're limiting him to the chops, the chokehold, the power bomb, and a few drop kicks here and there.
Yeah, he's the beast guy.
Yeah, and he's capable of more than that. So I would like to see them open up Gunther's moveset a little bit more in these matches. Maybe it's just because of the size difference between him and most of his opponents. Maybe when you put him in there with somebody like an Obafemi, like it may be a little bit different. But yeah, that's what I got to say. Dave, any thoughts on Rhodes and Gunther?
I'm glad I haven't seen the match, but I am absolutely always glad that Gunther loses because I'm not feeling the push. You know, he's just not. I'm just not a Gunther guy. So
Fair enough. Fair
it's
enough.
because he is the. I know he's the heel. You know, but I always like it when the face retains against the heel. I know that the heel sometimes has to win so that the face comes back or a face comes back to win the title, but it's still just kind of it's just when the heel wins, it's like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, and for me, well, for me, it depends on who the heel is, because I was jumping out my seat when The Rock won, even as a heel. But that's just because I support my boy Dwayne no matter what. It doesn't matter if he's Rocky Maivia or The Rock. Either way, that's my dog there.
Right.
Even
I
Hollywood
get
Rock.
that, yeah.
Even Hollywood,
Yeah.
goosebumps. Anyway, all right.
You know,
So
there's no personality to the heels now.
well,
In my opinion, you know,
I can see what
you're not
saying.
getting someone
Understand.
who's as extravagant like a Ric Flair anymore, or a Macho Man Randy Savage.
No. Well, okay, but let me say this: you're not going to, because
Exactly.
back then they worked a lot more on their character,
Right.
and most of the time they were given. And what I'm gonna point out to you there before we move on to the next match is, and this isn't like teaching you something. This is just kind of like giving you.
No,
an
I
idea.
need knowledge.
This is kind of where it transitioned. It's somewhere around shortly before the Attitude Era started.
Mm-hmm.
Is when we had this transition of wrestlers being gimmicks. Hulk Hogan, the Macho Man Randy Savage, Andre the Giant, or Bobby, Jimmy the Mouth Hart, Bret the Hitman Hart. They were gimmicks. And even though some of them were gimmicks like Bret that were just themselves amped up to 10, they were gimmicks.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Somewhere around the Attitude Era, you got this more grounded, realistic version of gimmicks. The Undertaker, which is why the Undertaker stood out for so long, because the Undertaker was one of the rare last gimmicks still going at that level. You know what I'm saying? At the WWE top of the tier level. And so because everybody else was now just themselves amped up to 10.
Right.
Nobody else was really working a gimmick. Now in NXT and WWE has tried to start bringing that back a little bit. Like you have gimmicks like LA Knight is a gimmick, guys.
Yeah.
Like the guy who plays LA Knight is one thing, but LA Knight is a gimmick.
Sorry, I'm just flashing to this week's LA Knight promo with Adam Pearce on Raw.
Oh yeah.
It's like, but I am trying to keep things running. LA Knight's like, what's this? Oh my God.
I will say Adam Pearce can't win for losing. I love the role that him and friggin' Nick Aldis play. Like they play their GM roles very, very well. But anyway, but yeah, so so somewhere around the basically late 80s, mid 90s is when you just started to see this shift and transition to these more grounded characters. And so now what used to be a heel was an actual almost comic book bad guy. The Iron Sheik, the Undertaker, Kane.
Yeah.
Is now just an angry white dude. Or an angry black dude.
And
that's the heel.
Yeah.
And so that's why I can understand why you could say that, because not everybody has that charisma that a Ric Flair had to be just an angry guy, that's the bad guy. And so Shawn Michaels was really good at being the bad guy.
Absolutely,
he was from his days with breaking up the Rockers on, he's been great at being a bad guy. But anyway, all right. So we move on to the next match, which was a rematch of WrestleMania, and that is Rhea Ripley taking on the one and only Jade Cargill. Rhea retains her belt in a match that is given an overall grade by the IWC of B+, 4 out of 5. Saint, any thoughts on this match before I give mine?
Brutal.
Yeah.
It was brutal. That was probably one of the best matches of the night.
Yeah,
for me.
100%. Jade Car. I have to give my props to Jade. Like, I know this is being said a lot over the internet, and it sounds cliche, but I have to give my props to Jade. Rhea has always been a great worker. Like I don't think I've seen her in many bad matches, but Jade's matches seem to get better every single time that I watch her go. And so I have to give prop where it's due. I think at some point, maybe SummerSlam, Jade will get the belt back from Rhea, because I think that this feud's going to go on for a while. But man, this chapter 2, I was here for it. Now that will take us into the match that everybody wanted to see, but everybody was confused about why they wanted to see it. And that was Brock Lesnar versus Obafemi 2.
Yeah.
And this time, Brock came for revenge. Now, there are some that would say it was stupid to have Obafemi lose. I am not one of them. Saint, how about you? How are you feeling?
Hey. I mean, it happens. But I'm not going to be mad about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's an angle to it.
And Dave, any thoughts on the match, or whether or not they should have had the match?
Like we were just discussing, I understand it. It's to set up a final match for Brock to retire at SummerSlam and lose to Oba.
Yeah,
because that's who he wants to leave his boots in the ring for, is Obafemi.
Yeah.
And, you know, like I said, it makes sense when you understand it from a booking perspective.
Now, okay, outside of the booking perspective, here's why I like it. Here's the symbolism that people are missing. Everybody's so stuck on the fact that he dropped his boots and gloves in the ring at WrestleMania.
Okay.
But I have yet to see anybody bring up this perspective on it. If what we all think is true, and Oba will be retiring Brock for good at SummerSlam in his hometown of Minneapolis, couldn't write a better story. Maybe he left his gear in the ring and had the big to-do because he understands that that's going to be his final WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Because maybe Brock is one of those people that when he finally does say, I'm done, and bow out, he's really going to be done.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be something where he comes back once a year or he comes back every few years just to do a put over somebody. And maybe once Brock is done, Brock's done. And so it meant something to him that was his final WrestleMania. And that's why it was such an emotional moment. And for Heyman, it was such an emotional moment because it was the last time that him and Heyman were going to be at WrestleMania together. So people never look at it like that when they criticize it. And they say, oh, well, he retired at WrestleMania. He should have stayed. Like, no. He retired at WrestleMania. He's done with WrestleMania. He comes back for Oba. I didn't expect him to come back this quick, but time flies. So he comes back. Now, to get to the match between him and Oba at Clash in Italy, I thought it was perfectly done.
Mm-hmm.
Because it wasn't a matter of Brock just out technical him. No, Brock beat the living out of Obafemi.
Yep.
For a good 10, 15 minutes. And every single part of the beatdown made Oba look stronger.
Yep.
When Oba gets put with his 6th F5 through the announce table, and at the count of 7, after being down on the ground writhing. At the count of 7, Oba pops back up and just looks at Brock, grabbing his arm, after mind you, powering out of the Kimura lock earlier in the match, is holding his arm and just has that look like this shit ain't over.
Yep.
Do you realize how strong that makes Oba look?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, and then the fact that it took 7 F5s to finish him. It only took 6 to finish Cena.
Yeah.
Remember that. It only took 6 to finish Cena. And it took 7 to put down Oba. I thought this was a great next chapter to this thing, and I can't wait. I cannot wait to see the final chapter at SummerSlam in whatchamacallit. And they did a great job of booking Oba the next night on Monday Night Raw to look strong in the King of the Ring tournament, which we all know Oba's probably going to win.
Yep.
Because he beat the holy shit out of Penta, Carmelo Hayes, and Solo Sikoa.
Oh, yeah. And stared down. I think Tala Tonga was trying to get in on it.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And
Oba
that's
said,
another
you
matchup
don't
I
want
wouldn't
none.
mind seeing. Oh, yeah. The ruler. Anyway. Oba.
Oh, yeah.
Oba. Anyway. All right. So next match was, to me, I would say it's up there for match of the night. This was only a 5-match card, but Becky Lynch faced Sol Ruka for the Intercontinental Championship, and the WWE now officially has its first ever Black Intercontinental Women's Champion, and her name is Sol Ruka, baby. Woo! Woo! These two women gave us even
that Soul Snatcher, man. That is the funkiest move ever, man. That shit.
And didn't she catch Becky to do the soul snatch?
I was gonna say one of my favorite moments of the match is when Becky attempted the Soul Snatcher. Like Becky looked like she was about to attempt the Soul Snatcher, and Sol Ruka caught her out of midair and stopped her. But in general, yes, that move in general is crazy. The way she flips off the rope and then catches you in the cutter on her way down is just insane. But we have a new Intercontinental Women's Champion, and I like it.
Yeah.
I like the belt on her, and I think it was a good choice. I thought the match was epic from beginning to end. I thought that those two women and that referee Jessica Card, like, they work very well together in the ring.
Yeah.
They work very well. So, any last thoughts on that match, gentlemen, before we move on to the main event of the evening?
Oh no, I'm good on that one. Listen, it was really phenomenal.
Yeah.
And it translated well, and all the the pomp and circus, it's all good. It's all good.
Right on. All right. So last match was one that I know everybody wanted to see. I know I wanted to see it. And some people thought that it defanged the Samoan Werewolf, but just in the same way as with Oba Femi losing to Brock Lesnar, I thought that this showed that the Wolf got fangs. Wolf got fangs for sure. And that was Tribal Combat, in which the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns, faced off against Jacob Fatu for the World Heavyweight Championship, a match that allowed Roman single-handedly, with no help from the Usos, take down the Samoan Werewolf in Jacob Fatu. And the internet gave it a C minus on average. So I don't get it. All right, I thought it was a good match, but in the end, Tribal Combat is always bloody. It's always nasty. People have to realize that Roman was always going to win, guys. Like, get as mad as you want. Roman was always going to win. Yep. Why? Because Roman puts butts in the seats. Just because you don't like our tribal chief does not mean that there are not millions out there who love our tribal chief.
Exactly.
Um, but Roman proceeded to beat Jacob with a couple of spears at the right time. Jacob tried to hit the Samoan or Tongan death grip, but I love the way that they figured out a way around that for the Roman character, and the fact that he slammed a toolbox onto Jacob
Mhm.
Fatu's hand,
Yeah.
so that when he applied the Tongan death grip, it wasn't as
Right.
it couldn't be as grip, he couldn't grip it as well because the fingers were injured. So they wrote it in like that, and it allowed Roman to be able to come out on top. Roman, after the match was over, was joined by the Usos, and they looked at Jacob and basically nodded in acknowledgement of the fact that they expected him to come to Monday Night Raw and do what he's supposed to do after losing tribal combat,
Yeah.
which is acknowledge his tribal chief. And that's just what Jacob did.
In Raw. Yeah.
Yep, on Raw. He went on ahead and came to Raw. He was a little bit late, but he came to Raw and acknowledged his tribal chief. We'll get more to Raw later. After this week's Raw on on Netflix, they showed a replay of what took place on the Saturday night before Clash in Italy, which was
Noche de los Grandes.
Yes, the AAA event that featured a main event of mask versus mask. Original El Grande Americano versus the El Grande Americano.
Yep.
And Dave, go on and give your thoughts on it.
Man, that was a spectacular match. Okay. From the very start of them coming out. And love the fact that Rey Mysterio is now the general manager for AAA in name, but joining Corey Graves and JBL at the announce table for it. And I just love Cody Graves being the analyst on the on Raw. The heel analyst on Raw,
the color
and
analyst,
the face color on AAA. It's fantastic to watch that. But
so basically, he's himself. He's that on Raw, and then he's Michael Cole.
Yeah, on AAA. Yep.
On AAA, yeah.
Yeah. So we it opened up with both of them entering into Mariachi. Original El Grande, Chad Gable, gets the mariachi version of the John Philip Sousa march coming in. He's getting booed to hell and back by the stadium in Monterey. I can't remember what the name of the stadium is, but it's like as deep, if not deeper, than Madison Square Garden, all booing him.
Yes.
I mean, yeah. So, and then El Grande Americano, Ludwig Kaiser comes out with the mariachi band.
Ludwig Kaiser gone.
Yeah.
This is El Grande Americano.
I can't remember the name of that song, but and everyone's singing along and applauding him and everything like that. They give some clips as to what's been happening on. I love Ludwig's promo where he said, being Mexican is not just a matter of skin or where you were born. It's about love of the culture.
Yeah.
And I think that's what made him so over with the AAA fan base is that, and he actually speaks fluent Spanish. So, if they're going to have a white man represent Mexican lucha, they really can't ask for a better person. But the match itself was fantastic, high-flying, technical, everything you could want in a lucha match, including what looked like
and Pete Dunne and whatchamacallit and Tyler Bate.
Yeah.
Everybody got involved.
The
announcer who's I guess Ludwig's girlfriend.
Yeah,
You know, that's a chick from what you call it?
Yeah, Andrea.
Yeah.
But the Creed brothers showed up as Los Hermanos Americanos.
Los Hermanos Americanos.
They
The
even
Brothers American.
yeah, but it's also, I mean, the names are Julio and Bruto.
Julio and Bruto.
It's like, you know,
What are their real names? I forgot. It's Julius and
Brutus.
And Brutus, yeah. Creed.
Yeah. It's like we're talking nanometers of separation of kayfabe here. Okay.
Oh,
But
my
yeah,
goodness.
Ryan Bravo got involved in there. Looked close to the end that Gable was going to win. He had an ankle lock brought in. Mariachi comes up, smacks Gable in the back with a guitar. You get the talcum powder explosion and takes off the hat. And it's Pimpinela Escarlata who kind of kicked off the feud between the two El Grandes with Ludwig supporting Pimpy and original dissing her. So yeah, that it was great. It involved just about everything you could want in a classic lucha matchup. And Ludwig Kaiser gets the pin.
Yep. At the end of the day, the El Grande Americano.
JBL was apoplectic about it, as he should be. It was fun just listening to him. What the hell is this? So, but when you compare how the match ended to how it began, with Chad Gable getting booed the hell out of it. I mean, the stadium being so raucous. That's the one thing that American fans can't do that the Mexican and European fans do very well. They get so raucous and stomping.
They definitely bring the
cameraman. They make the camera shake.
Yes.
In there.
I will definitely say that in the past couple of years. Now, mind you, the Attitude Era arenas were off the hook rocking.
Right.
But I do agree that nowadays, like, American crowds have kind of dulled compared to what you get from foreign crowds, no matter where they go. Mexico, Europe, Australia, Italy, it doesn't matter. Those crowds are rocking all the time.
But Chad Gable took off the mask, handed over to Ludwig Kaiser.
Well, he gave a speech before he handed it over
he gave the speech.
I am Chad Gable.
Me llamo es Chad Gable. I was born, brought up his family, his kids, introduced them to everyone. And, when I began this journey, I was on a quest to learn the secrets of lucha, to defeat all those luchadors that I hated. But along the way, I've come to understand, to appreciate, and even love the art of lucha, Mexican people, and the Mexican spirit. And absolute crowd going nuts for him, clapping, and beautiful swan song for him. Who knows what's next for Chad Gable and American Made?
There's probably a push coming somewhere on the with how well he did that, and for as long as he did it, there's probably a push coming at some point on the main roster.
Ivy's doing great solo in the women's division on Raw. So, in my opinion,
So I would expect to see, because WWE, I've heard a rumor that they're trying to bring in more tag teams in general to do the thing. But let's give a quick talk about this. We'll just talk a little bit about, like I said, Roman Reigns defeated Jacob Fatu on Clash in Italy. So therefore, Jacob was required to come and acknowledge his tribal chief at Monday Night Raw, and he did exactly that.
Yep.
As a lot of people wanted to see and expected the Samoan Werewolf to act out and to not want to acknowledge his tribal chief, he did exactly that. Now, mind you, he did take a stab at the Usos, being that he said, he lost to the tribal chief and not they bitch asses, as he said. But he did acknowledge and stand with his tribal chief, and he is in tow. And as Roman said, if you cannot beat me, you will serve me. And so now I think that what's going to end up happening is Jacob's going to work himself into a position where he usurps Jay as the right-hand man. And everybody thinks that it's going to be Jacob that turns on Roman. I think it's going to be Jay that turns on Roman. And it's going to end up being Jay and Jacob going at it with Jacob basically being...
Jacob is the little brother of Jay and Jim, right?
No. Solo is the little brother.
So that's okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Jacob is their cousin. Jacob is the son of Haku.
Got it.
Haku,
okay.
Is he the grandson? Is he the son or the grandson?
I think it's the grandson.
Grandson, Haku. All right, and then like I said, didn't really get to see SmackDown, so for time's sake, we can go ahead and skip over SmackDown from this week.
I absolutely. Oh no, we also got to talk about the doubles or Braun Breaker versus Seth Rollins.
Yeah, that was a great main event.
Great main event, great finale, great for the Vision storyline because Seth was out of the ring near the end and he's just kind of playing a little woozy. Braun steps out of the ring. He's going to have a 2 ring length head start running to go knock Seth out of the way. And last moment, Seth dodges and Braun spears Paul Heyman.
Yep. Laid out ball. That was hilarious.
Yeah. Somebody call the ambulance.
Spear.
Yeah. And
anyway.
And Seth was able to handle business with Braun Breaker.
Yes. With the help of Montez Ford too.
Yeah. Montez Ford getting involved in there because of course Austin Theory and Logan Paul tried to get involved in there.
Oh no, well, Logan Paul is injured, so
right. So Austin Theory. It's just Austin Theory. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, because the new tag team champions are. Now
Austin
hold up.
Theory, Braun Breaker.
This is now the 3rd member. Now Braun's back, but this is now the 3rd member of the Vision.
Yeah.
To go out with a long-term injury. Like Logan Paul won't be back for a couple of months, according to most reports. So like, what's going on, dude?
Austin Reed gonna be back in time for SummerSlam.
And now after that spear, Paul Heyman ain't gonna be back for 3 to 6 months.
I think that's a great anti-Vision storyline going for. Bottom line, you join the Vision, you're going to get your ass hurt. You're going to get made out, and not necessarily by your opponent.
Yeah, no shit. All right, so we will wrap wrestling talk up right there. Gentlemen, another great segment in the books, and we're going to jump on over to video game world because there is a lot to talk about with the state of play.
For
both
Xbox and PlayStation.
And PlayStation. So let's get to it, gentlemen. On to Tech Tinker's favorite part of the show. Nope, not that one. All right, video games.
It is a lot to cover.
Yep.
All right, so let's start out with PlayStation and their state of play announcements in June. Let's check out the compiled list by IGN.com. The slate of games includes the new God of War, Laufey.
Yep. Where you're going to be playing Faye, who we last saw couple Gods of War with Kratos burying his wife. But apparently, Laufey is going to be returning and finding out that she's been lied to about a few things. She thinks that Kratos and Atreyu is the son. Yeah, that they are in danger. So she's fighting to get back to them, and she's going to have to go through the Egyptian gods.
Sounds good. Now
Yep.
we're going to touch on this subject for like a minute real quick before we move on to the next things, and that is call y'all dudes that got an issue with the fact that the main protagonist is a female. Just you all the way that you can be off. Go to the field of fucks and keep going till there ain't no more fucks to give, and then keep going for another few fucks.
Yep.
Because just stop it, dude. Like these video games are amazing.
They're already complaining about being forced to play a woman in a God of War game, and
here's the part. Nobody's forcing you to buy the game.
Exactly.
Nobody's forcing you to buy the game. You don't have to buy it. You don't have to play it just because it says God of War. So if you don't want to play the game because you don't want to play as a female, then don't.
And you know what? We're going to talk about a game that you will want to play later on. So it's not like, you got 50 different games of girls showing their TNA to choose from.
You were perfectly fine playing with a girl in Dead or Alive.
Yeah.
I can guarantee you that. You were perfectly fine playing with those females.
They don't want to play with a non-sexualized female character because they can't use their Xbox adaptive controller to play the game one-handed.
Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, all right. So the next game up on that list
yes.
of games on State of Play is, of course, a game that we've been talking about multiple times over, and that is Marvel's Wolverine.
Yeah, where you actually get to see Wolverine healing real time in the game as he's fighting. Some people are pointing out that there's a problem in that his costume is also healing. I don't care. We're seeing muscles reforming, skin, everything growing back.
Oh, let me turn off that. There we go. Nanites, bitches. Nanites.
Healing factor, bitches. Nanites.
I'm talking about the uniform. You know what I'm saying? The body can heal from the healing factor, but the whatchamacallit heals from the whatchamacallit. So all right.
From the nanites,
So, yeah.
I got it. I get it now. Yeah. So
it looks amazing though.
It does.
I can't wait to play that. These games look so ridiculous nowadays.
Yeah.
And now we've got Until Dawn.
Man.
Yep.
What was Until Dawn? I never really played that one.
Okay, Until Dawn was about two twins that
Vampire?
No. They died at a cabin. Rami Malek is was one of the main protagonists / antagonists of this
Mr. Robot himself, huh?
Yeah, and also the guy that played the one that betrayed the Shield agents. What was his name? Agent Ward.
Agent Ward.
Grant Ward was not Rami Malek. That was
No. I know about that.
Saying the actor who played Ward.
Yeah, the same actor who played
Ward. No, that wasn't. No.
I know he wasn't Rami Malek. No, I wasn't saying that. I'm saying he was actually in the game also.
Oh, gotcha.
He was in the game. Rami Malek was in the game. There was and then you have Peter Stormare is the narrator. So it's really good, and I'm hoping that he'll be the one to do it for this go round.
For this one.
Then
we'll see. All right, and the next game up on the list is Stuntman Hollywood.
Yep.
Yes.
Stuntman coming back, and it looks like they're going to be doing real life movie and TV sequences from shows like Back to the Future and Knight Rider.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. If you
create those stunts,
if you never had the pleasure of playing the Stuntman and the Stuntman Ignition games, they were on the PlayStation 2, and when I tell you that right there was a really great game.
Yeah.
It especially the first one, all the different types of stunts you had to work on, and then when they give you the what you do is that they show you they have you to film it.
Not Knight Rider.
Yeah,
Yep.
they have you to film it, and then you see a
Super
trailer.
Pursuit mode. Yeah.
Death Race.
Death
Yep.
Race. I'm sure that they'll have an 18 van sequence.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know if I'll buy it, but that game definitely looks. I would love to
Back
watch
to the
somebody else.
Future going through the time stream
Nice,
with
nice.
360 slide. Okay.
All right. So we can't show the whole thing, but there you go.
Yeah.
Now, what is this one?
Okay.
Community.
This is a
Hunt
brand
of the
new game from a first time studio, Unseen Game. It is described as a 3-player action yokai hunting game.
Nice. Okay, we're gonna get that commercial off of there
Okay.
real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at that car, so beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, it went away. All right. There we go. All right.
Yeah.
Looks pretty interesting.
Looks nice.
The gameplay looks nice.
Oh yeah, this is something I would definitely rock.
I was gonna say this is like Mirror's Edge.
Yeah.
Fox Widow, huh?
Yeah. Yokai are the evil spirits or some of the evil spirits in Japanese myth folklore.
Right.
Tricksters. Yeah.
Nice. All right.
They're the ones who cause chaos and yeah. Tomb Raider, Legacy of Atlantis.
Remake of the very first one.
It's a remake?
Yep.
It's a remake of the very
It's a
first
remake of
Tomb
the
Raider.
first one?
Yeah. By Crystal
Okay.
Dynamics.
But with all the the good parts that come with it.
Yeah.
And it's really, because I own the original Anniversary, so yeah, I'm gonna take on this one too.
See guys complaining about God of War, Lawfey. There's a game for you. We're gonna have another one we're gonna talk about later. Here you go. You got your TNA action girl.
But here's another game you don't have to buy.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
the whole thing about it is you don't have to purchase the game. If Madden came out with a version of Madden that I didn't like, I wouldn't buy it.
Yep.
And guess what?
Exactly.
I didn't buy it. After they came out with the 25th anniversary one, I didn't buy Madden again until 2020. It was like a 6-year gap because they had a game that I did not like. So if you don't want to play it because it has a female protagonist, just don't play it.
Yeah.
I've always liked Tomb Raider because Tomb Raider feels like Dora the Explorer video
Optimized
game.
male fantasy female protagonist.
Dora the Explorer, really, dude.
Yeah, it's a Dora the Explorer video game. What?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So next one is Rayman Legends Retold. Hey, quick question before we jump to this real quick, and I mean real quick with our answers here. Who would you say was the face of PlayStation early on? Like what character? Like Mario, like Nintendo had Mario, Sega had Sonic, PlayStation had. I just want to know what's the first character that pops to your head.
Crash Bandicoot.
Crash Bandicoot or Rayman. I wasn't a PS guy, but those are the two that I think were the most popular at the time.
No, I agree with Saint. To me, Crash Bandicoot was the center point of most advertising for PlayStation for I want to say the PlayStation 1 and the PlayStation 2. And so to me, like Crash Bandicoot was to PlayStation what Mario was to Nintendo and what Sonic was to Sega. So, but anyway, just wanted to get your off the cuff answers there because I've been seeing that clip fly around for a little bit. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right, Rayman Legends Retold. What's this one? Well, it's not playing right now. Now it's.
Well, I believe this is a remake of one of the earlier Rayman games, and I'm looking forward to that too because I do have one of the Rayman games.
Yeah.
What in the world? Hold on. There we go.
That's some good platforming.
Yep.
Yeah. Never been big on the platform games. I used to always get frustrated with Joust.
Ah.
I mean, you had you had Mario and stuff like that in the Super Mario games, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just
I know. I played Super Mario and all that.
yeah, just
I will say this.
it's the platformers, for me.
Yeah.
That was the one thing that I did not mention when I talked about watching Super Mario Galaxy. Is they had my boy. They had the gyrobot. They had the gyroscope robot that you got with the super set. Was one of the characters of Super Mario Galaxy.
Yeah, with Robbie.
Yeah, Robbie the robot. Like, oh my God, I started geeking out when I saw it. I was like, oh, I had one of those. Anyway, all right. So next up, we had a game that will probably be played by Saint at some point on Twitch. Onimusha, Way of the Sword.
Onimusha, Way of the Sword. Yeah.
Bro,
It has a release date of September 25th.
We really need the third one though.
Yeah.
We really need the third one to come out, because that one was with Jean Reno and the assassin or the professional.
Yeah.
And he was in the third game, but then there was another one too, but I don't really count that one. But I'm really looking forward to seeing this. Oh, it's a demo too. Oh yeah. That's a wrap.
There you go.
That's a wrap.
All right. Who's got the skinny on this one? Control Resonant.
Okay.
Oh
so,
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
Control. It's a recently original Control is a recently released FPS with you basically going and having some super psychic powers.
Something is coming.
Sorry, Dave. Go on ahead.
Yeah, that's basically it. That's all I know.
Yeah,
my friends who play it love it.
Yeah, Control is really a game that will piss you off if you don't have the patience. I'm telling you, the original Control was definitely there, and the sequel now takes outside in the outside world. So yeah. It's gonna be a good one.
Yep.
All right. So what is Phantom Blade, Saint?
Okay, I think Phantom Blade is a game which every fanboy or any guy that has pimple cream or tissues or what have you, it's one of those type of female Japanese anime types.
No, that's Stellar Blade.
Oh damn!
Stellar Blade. We're going to talk about that later.
Well, Phantom Blade. This one I really
Phantom
don't
Blade.
know.
Phantom Blade.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it looks like a pretty interesting game. It says we got another small look at Phantom Blade, followed by a promise of deep dive directed by a dedicated state of play later this summer, ahead of its, you guessed it, September release. All right.
Yep.
So next up is Silent Hill Townfall. What are we hearing about this one, Dave?
First person.
Yep. First person Silent Hill game.
First person?
Yeah.
Nice.
Of course, the Silent Hill games, that's my next
commercial.
Yeah, that's the
next. Anything
Dune
about
Awakening?
Dune Awakening, it's going to be.
That's the next one right there?
Yeah. It's I believe that Dune Awakening is going to take place in between the end of Dune and the beginning of Dune Messiah, which was the second book. So basically, in between for the movies, in between Dune Part 2 and Dune Part 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. And then let's see. What's this one? That's still the Phantom Blade Zero. This
Marvel
is the Silent Hill
Tokon Fighting Souls.
Yeah,
Yep.
Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. That's
all right. What's that one about?
Okay, that's a fighting. That is a fighting game. It is also one done in anime style. It's team plays. You have, I do believe, the Avengers. You have X-Men.
Dr. Doom is
the Doctor Doom. The last one is the Doctor Doom team, and they it's Doctor Doom, Magneto. Who else was it? Can't remember right off, but it's some bad mugs in that one.
Yeah.
All right, and then they also have Dynasty Wars 3, a complete edition remastered.
Yep.
That one looks like it's good. Ace Combat 8. I know Suave's probably looking forward to that.
Yeah. That's Suave shit right there.
Oh yeah. And then No Rest for the Wicked.
Yeah.
It's coming in October.
Clip of second season for Marathon called Nightfall.
And then this one looks rather interesting. Bancho the Chef.
Yeah, that's the sequel. Yeah, or the sequel prequel. Yeah, Dave the Diver.
Yeah,
it's a fish about. It's actually a story about a guy that becomes a sushi set. Sushi.
Why is that so hard to say? Sushi.
Yeah,
chef.
Sushi chef. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay. All right. So, and then we have The Lost Wild, which looks pretty interesting in itself.
Survival, stealth, modern, but dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs.
So you get to have your Jurassic Park on.
Nice. All right. So now we're going to jump over and see what Xbox brought to the table. Let's see.
Lots of stuff that PlayStation did. Rayman Legends Retold, Tomb Raider, Legacy of Atlantis, Dune Awakening, Dynasty Warriors 3, Onimusha, Way of the Sword, Ace Combat 8, Control Resonant, Stuntman Hollywood, it's basically all stuff we already went through.
Okay, so there's a couple of things. I'm glad we went through that pretty quickly because there was a couple of things I wanted to touch on that came out this week based through this type of information as well. Some of the things about College Football 27, that the game it's going to be way more complicated than 26 or 25 has been. It's going to be an interesting game to play. But here's the one thing I wanted to bring up that I saw during their presentation of it. These motherfuckers will officially have decommits now.
Ooh.
So for those of you who don't know, there's a recruiting system that goes into college football, the college football game, where you recruit kids from high school to come to your school or transfer. Now, for the first time ever in the series, kids will be able to verbally commit to your school and decommit if they don't like how things are going.
Yep.
I just told Suave there's going to be so many players decommitting from me. Players I'm going to think I got them locked up, and they're going to be man. And then another announcement that they made is that this year for the first time since like 2014, you will be able to upload your draft classes from college football to Madden and actually continue your players' careers in Madden.
I know you've been waiting for that shit.
Oh, fucking since they came
back.
I didn't understand why they couldn't give it to us. I didn't understand why they couldn't give it to us from day one. It was already there. It was already a mechanism in the game. Why not continue it?
Man, bro, you've been talking about that shit for years. You've been talking that shit since Madden, 2023?
Yep.
Okay.
Man, that shit needs to come back for real. And every season, but you finally committed to it. Now you're ready to get back into it.
Thank you, EA. You can send the movie checks to Rancho Cordova. DM me for that address. Anyway,
we're back in the Dangerfield family.
Yes. Sure. It's funny. I created a character on what game was it? on friggin' or 2K Sports Golf, the PGA Tour Golf 2K25.
Yeah.
And I forgot his name was like Danger Sound or something like that. And his name was Darion. He's my golfer that I'm playing with. I might actually do a couple of streams of that game. It's pretty sick. All right, so fill us in, Dave. We got a couple of stories for you to fill us in on.
Okay.
First one being Stellar Blade 2 looks just as horny as intense as the first one.
Okay. For those of
yeah.
you who did not catch Stellar Blade when it came out a couple of years ago, Stellar Blade is a third-person action sci-fi shooter with timed mechanisms. You know, you got to time your attacks based on your opponent's patterns, whose sole selling feature was the fact that it's a third-person game with a fantasy girl in a skin-tight sci-fi bodysuit. So tight that when the developers finally released the game, there was a huge outcry from gamers who were looking forward to actually being able to see what they thought they were promised being camel toe on the girl. That's how tight the suit was. They don't care about the mechanics, don't care about anything. We want that nanometer thin layer of sci-fi latex on a naked waif girl. That was his whole selling point in America. That's what people were pissed about.
That's insane.
They weren't getting their moose knuckle. So the game trailer for Stellar Blade 2 just came out. Okay, and yep, we're back to gratuitous butt shots of a waif-like girl. Basically, take a 20-year-old woman's body, plaster a 12-year-old girl's face on her, and the butt shots. The suit is riding her butt crack so effing tight. Every jump, she's virtually clapping. She's making those cheeks clap.
Dude.
Go on, Saint.
Yep.
That's beyond. That's no.
Yeah. It's like, dude, you can buy. You
I didn't even
that
play Stellar Blade either. I didn't even really play the first one. I played the demo and I was like, okay, just another mech girl, you know, with swords and shit. Like, there's really no plot. It's just, you know, guys, you know, with boxes of Kleenex, you know, and a jar of
I mean, guys,
and a jar of
that
cocoa butter or Vaseline.
Yeah. Video porn is now free on the internet. Okay? And you actually do get to see naked women. This is the same crowd that complained that Aloy from Horizon Zero Dawn was thug ugly because with the 4K remaster, the detail's so great you can see that she has a little bit of light peach fuzz on her cheeks. You know, like actual women sometimes do.
Yeah. Very true. Very true.
Anyway, so and also she's not in a skin-tight bodysuit, which is the only acceptable wear for female protagonists.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's move on beyond them and let's get
and the last story of the day, which is go ahead and hit us with it. Mass Effect and Metal Gear actor.
Not just any actress. This is Jennifer Hale, who is virtually any female character in video games you can name, she has voiced. She is female Shepard. Don't know who she was in Metal Gear.
Mario, I think.
Right. Bastila Shan in Knights of the Old Republic. She has seen and done it. She is the premier go-to female voice actor for video games.
Right.
Okay. And she's calling on studios to take responsibility for their AI use. Quote, ain't nobody making you do it.
Yeah. And here's the thing about it. I'm not going to sit here and say, as a business student, as a former business student or a current business student looking to work towards I'm not going to sit here and say they shouldn't, because I understand from a business standpoint how sometimes it can be beneficial to use AI. Okay. But what I will say is that she is 100% correct that nobody is forcing you to use it. So don't act like you're some kind of victim and, oh my God, we had no choice but to use AI. No, it's still a choice. Own it, accept it, and live with whatever the repercussions of it is. If a lot of people don't want to deal with your product because of that, then it is what it is.
It is what it is.
But yeah. But don't try to weasel your way out of it and be on both sides of the fence and say, oh, we understand and we're for, like, but we need AI for no. If you're going to use AI, just go in and dive in.
Yeah, it's cover your ass because you want to improve your bottom line for shareholders by not paying humans, either more humans to get the project done or humans what they're worth.
100%.
Okay, and average people are using AI to generate art because they don't want to spend the years to develop the talents of a Jim Lee, an Alex Ross, any other name. They don't want to spend the years dedicated when they can just type in a few things and do it.
And the thing about it is that don't get it twisted, folks. There are still going to always, AI is not going to get rid of actual artists. It's not. It will make it harder for them to get jobs in doing things like animation, which sucks. And we got to find a way around that. But it's not going to stop artists from being artists.
Right.
If you are born with an artistic mind, children will always be born. There will always be children born with an artistic mind. So we will always have our fill of artists. And I mean people who, my daughter prefers to draw with her hand than use a machine for anything. So there are millions of kids out there just like her. Yep. So AI ain't quite taken over yet, but I can understand excessive use of it is making people think that people who are not very talented are a lot more talented than what they actually are. But more on say. But anyway, but yeah, so that will wrap us up with that talk for right now. AI bad. You've heard it here before. You'll hear it here again. But that drops us into our final segment, which is all right. Where can we find you next? Rune Squire, why don't you kick us off by letting us know what's going to be happening over there on the night shift?
Okay. I will be back on the night shift tonight. I had a little problem with a glitch with Starfield last night in that it wasn't giving me one of the key to unlock the computer to escape the exploding sabotage Terran Armada assembly ship. So I got something I got to do right after this, but I'll see if I have time to go through that ship again. It takes about 2 hours. So I'll try to do that before I get online for more tonight.
All right, for sure. And Saint, you want to kick us off and tell us what's going on over there with the collective and the NVT?
All right, so I'm basically going to be getting back into the mix tonight. I'm probably going to do another NVT fusion with a little bit of, just some more new music and so forth. But coming up in the next couple of days, I'm going to do a special broadcast and a special NVT fusion. I'm going to do some music, but we're going to be introducing NBA The Run. And I'm really looking forward to that because that is the next NBA Street. I got the edition with the '09 Curry is gonna be
Nice.
Oh yeah, man, and I'm really looking forward to doing that. But getting back into the mix, and then of course this month is our affiliate anniversary, so definitely gonna be. We got some new stuff coming up. We got some new
Alright.
looks and some awesome shit. I can't tell you how much it's gonna be, but yeah, kicking it off on tonight and for the rest of the week. We're
There we
here.
go. All right, sounds good. All right, so as for me, the last guy on the list. Next week I'll be the first guy on the list. I am going to be doing. Just got confirmation from the one and only Miss O'Malley that we will be doing the classroom tonight, and we'll be talking about them NBA finals that have gone skirt left on everybody in the complete opposite way of the way we all thought they were going to go. Not to mention with the participants, with being the Spurs and the Knicks, but also
Good man.
so far. So we'll be talking about that. We'll be talking about some of the hottest topics in sports today. And then as far as the video game tip, you can catch me back on Tuesdays. Back on Tuesday for Football Tuesdays. And like I said earlier, when we came at a break, if you noticed during the commercial promo that I ran, I got to fix the promo. There's no more SmackDown Thursdays. It's now MLB Thursdays with MLB The Show 25. And Retro Saturdays are no longer Halo Wars 2, but Final Fantasy 3 Japanese version.
Yeah.
So that's it. Y'all have a great day. Saint Roomscrier, thank you again for a lovely episode. And
Absolutely.
Okay.
We will be back next week. Same bat time, same bat channel, y'all. We out. Peace.
Bye.